Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Magic in Orlando.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? There's no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Warren. Now here's Noah. Such a wide-open look. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me. And whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
And here is Butler following the three-pointer by Freak. Noah the screen. Here's Norton, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Back to Butler. There's the triple, and he gets it to go. Butler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And the wide open shot from Evans. And again, New York. With the triple.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Passes it to Gasol. Anthony left side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Now, here's Butler. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And the basket good. He has 6.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
That drops.
They really look sharp here. Razor sharp. Extremely focused.
Bulls trail by 7. Pass to Noah. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Norton. Off target from outside. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. The tray. And Evans the basket on the assist by Anthony. And 11 points for Freak.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here's how the Knicks have performed. First in three-point shooting. They're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Here's Cauley Stein. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The Knicks leading by 9. Here's Porzingis. Noah with the block. The kick out to Afflalo. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Right side, Gibson. Feeds to Butler. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Well, you know your low-post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can train free throws like this group can. Well, you look at Porzingis, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
And with those numbers at the free throw line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. I mean, operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
Yeah, and it allows him to be physical. The defender has to be careful not to body him up and make too much contact, because then you send him to the line, and those are points that usually are automatic.
Carter Williams kicks to Roten. Butler in the corner. Now the feed to Roten. Noah with a screen on Williams. Roten with it. He's against Williams. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to... Oh, wow!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Cauley Stein.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Butler from outside. Cauley Stein grabs the ball. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Wizards.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And that one's good. 15 points for free.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. New York ahead, up by 11. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought, and it's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting, because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. Then it's Carter Williams. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He finished with 39 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
And New York making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. The Knicks shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
All right, Doris. Shoots. Booker pulls it in.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Bulls trail by 12. Here's Norton. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Here's Carter Williams. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Carter Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Stauskas' shot is off.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Shot's good. By Anthony.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 9 assists now tonight.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Anthony dishes to Evans. Back to Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. Really left below net. Stauskas has got 5 points so far.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The Knicks leading by 18, and now the Knicks on the break. Anthony leading the charge.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Norton to end the run, and Gasol slams it in.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
Evans against Carter Williams. Deep two from Anthony, and the Knicks good for two.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
For the Knicks, college foul. And so a pretty lot.
You had a great night passing. Don't you wish your teammates would feed you once in a while?
I do, and they will. Tonight I'll set things up, and tomorrow night maybe I'll have the open looks and someone else will be dishing to me. That's just the way it works sometimes.
Critics might say you were just chasing numbers in a game tonight that was clearly in hand. Agree or disagree?
You know I don't agree with that. I'm going to play hard whenever coach puts me out there. And that's all there is to it. It's not about numbers or anything else. It's about the win and the fact that I give 100% on the court no matter the score or the opponent. Look, that's just how I'm wired.
Well, it's no secret that you're approaching free agency. Are you going to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
If they make an offer, look, I don't know what games you've been watching this season, but I fully expect to have every opportunity to sign back here if that's what I feel is best for me and my family. Believe that. But we got a season to finish, so let's just move on, please.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The regular season on its last legs. We can almost taste the playoffs from here. Kenny, how do they taste?
Wait, hold on. Ooh, it tastes like chicken.
Barbecue chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against Chicago. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Marc Gasol. Nowitzki is out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's Thornton, and it's Jones in at the one. Nowitzki, good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Gasol with the steal. Thornton dishes to Jones. Pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double. From 13. Excellent D there from Aflalo.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Jones. He picked up 39 points in their last one against Boston.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Anthony drives in. Quick shot there, and it's off target. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's the feed to Thornton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And Aflalo, bucket on the assist by Anthony. Aflalo's got his first points in this one. Evans against Jones. Nowitzki a screen. From 12 feet out. Jump shot is good. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Aflalo outside. And the wide open shot from Evans. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Jones. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Dirk Nowitzki homing in on offense.
Evans passes to Cauley-Stein. Anthony kicks to Evans. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Evans dishes to Cauley-Stein. New York moving the ball around. Evans attacking. Shot clock at 2. They get it back. And Jones over to help. Another shot. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got his first basket of the night. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Jones against Evans. Gasol, a screen on Anthony. And a wide open look for Thornton. Evans with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The wide open look here for Anthony. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Thornton passes to Miles. Outside Gasol. Jones from outside. The shot, no good. Evans with some nice D. Gasol with the steal. Evans with the steal. And oh, here we go, Evans. No one back. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And Thornton kicks to Nowitzki. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Nowitzki's got 8.
A perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Yeah, he's looking good.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
He's been on a heck of a run. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 assists, and 2.5 blocks. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Cauley-Stein. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. McDermott dishes to Randolph. Evans with the steal. And here again, the Knicks in transition up the court they go.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And New York making a change here. Williams is checked in. Picked by Randolph. McDermott kicks to Jones. Wright sets a screen for Jones. Clock at 6. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Knicks leading by 8. Down low, Williams. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Jones. Randolph, a screen on Evans. Jones drives in. Here's Carl. And another miss by Memphis. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
They shoot again, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Booker, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Anthony comes in for Porzingis. Brooks checked in for Derek Williams. And it's P in for Mo Williams. So on the floor for Memphis. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Jones is out there with C.J. Miles and Carl. Randolph a screen. The pass to Miles. Beyond the arc. Booker pulls it in.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, That's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
They grabbed their own miss. Good work defensively by Anthony. Knicks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Nice shot by Evans.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one. Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Evans on the double team to the right side. Jones with it. Evans picks him up. Some nice passing there by Memphis. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Tyus Jones. The Knicks leading by 3. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to Evans. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Miles the pass to Gasol. In the corner, Randolph with it. Miles dishes to Jones, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Evans. Stauskas is jumped in for Aaron Aflalo. The Grizzlies.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the New York Knicks. For New York, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, we got last season's finals MVP in the house, Andre Iguodala, and if you want to talk about a guy who plays beyond his stats, Shaq, it would be Andre. He's had a tremendous run over the past year.
You know, in this game, we love to see guys that can shoot it and guys that can run and slam dunk, but this guy can take over a game without even scoring a point. He's got great understanding of the game.
I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss. Then we came hit a ball. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the big.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And so off the tip, it's New York. So the New York starting five. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Noah. Then it's Lee, and it's Rose in at the point guard position.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Lee dishes to Rose. Pass to Porzingis. It's Anthony with the drive. They get the rebound. Noah, it's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. Because Carmelo missed that half, and when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day, and that's really what Carmelo did. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
That's his first personal foul.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Thompson misses.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Again, the miss by Thompson. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Lee gets the bucket.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did.
But, boy, that was a nice job.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now Anthony, he's got 5. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Curry kicks to Green. Will it go? That's tipped, and he recovers it. Thompson outside. And it's Thompson again missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And the Warriors with some changes. Iguodala comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. And it's Jennings in for Rose.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Here's Green, following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. Here's Durant. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
David West, he's checked in for Golden State. And then for New York, Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas comes in for Anthony. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Lee. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. And again, New York running the court in transition. And Thompson sends it back. Livingston passes to Iguodala.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Seraphin. West with the block. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Durant. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson.
Ian Clark.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thomas. The shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Clark to the middle. Here's Livingston. Soft touch off the glass. Livingston's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. For New York, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. The drive by Jennings, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here is Livingston. Shot from free throw range, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And the Warriors with possession here, down by 12. Here's Varejao, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Taking 2 shots.
That one misses. And here is Iguodala from past the arc. No luck. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor. was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Durant is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Pachulia in at the 5.
And guys, Courtney Lee, now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have, 2 great free throw shooting guards late.
Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Rose attacking. Here's Porzingis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Porzingis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rose against Curry. There's the pick from deep. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Knicks ball.
New York leading by 16. Now here's Rose. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the basket by Curry.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
That's tipped. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Their offense... is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Now, here's Rose. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The drive by Lee. And the Knicks miss again.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball. And, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
Warriors trail by 12. Durant kicks to Green. It's deflected. Rose against Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Three-pointer. No luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Durant. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net. New York leading by 10. Rose passes to Porzingis. Anthony down low, working on Thompson.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And that's going to be a travel.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Some changes for Golden State. West is checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Justin Holiday's checked in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Hey guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game, some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with this style of play.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Farajao comes in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Klay Thompson. And a switcher also for New York. Serafin's checked in. Stolen by Holiday. Jennings dishes to Holiday.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. On defense, New York. At one point, they led by 16. Curry kicks to Green.
He's still looking for his first points of the game.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W.
And he gets it to go. Serafin's got his second bucket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Serafin's got 4 this quarter.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Here's Curry with the 3. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor. Outside Jennings. He kicks to Serafin. No good from 11 feet. And we've reached halftime in this one. New York ahead, leading by 14. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take them out the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and they'll turn around.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 14. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Take a look at what Curry's done. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. We've got Lee. Noah is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Rose in at the 1. Curry kicks to Thompson. Pachulia with it, working on Noah. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Green. It's Curry outside, and the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins, and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. Rose with the ball. It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. Left side Durant, the 10-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
It's Anthony with the drive, and he gets the bucket. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson.
Sean Livingston.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Curry kicks to Green. The 3. Curry shot is off.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Porzingis drains it from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got... Six.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Another miss by Curry.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
The entire NBA season came down to one game. This is Fast Break on NBA.com. Game 7 of the NBA Finals between the Golden Warriors and the Cavaliers of Cleveland.
Connect the cause and the fact. One foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone, and the fear of the unknown somehow just doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on to a place in the sun that's nice and warm.
perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, could last on a planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid.
We can't leave him open.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the New York Knicks in New York. A good roll continuing right now for the Knicks. They've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. Well, Coach Dave Yeager on the bench for the Grizzlies, as always. He's a coach who completely embodies the roster and franchise that he works for. Kenny, what can you say about Yeager's approach and how he handles his team?
He's not a guy that's going to be flapping his arms around. He's very quiet, hardworking, probably overlooked on how good a coach he is because his demeanor is so calm. But he's got a very practical approach. You know, everything he does. He's not flashy, but he's very effective, guys.
He embraces analytics, and he wants things to be backed up with facts when he's making his decisions.
Do you embrace analytics as well, Dr. O'Neal?
No, I do not.
Why not?
No such thing.
What do you mean?
No such thing.
Sure there is.
It's not.
There's advanced stats, analytics.
What did you look at? What did you look at?
Smets.
What did you look at?
I looked at you in your eye.
And said if you could play, you could play.
I looked at you in your eye and determined if you were going to be barbecue chicken, fried chicken, or souffled salmon.
When you look at me in my eye, what do you see?
Lasagna.
You guys are making me hungry again.
Let's go to Kevin
You look
Harlan.
Italian today, Ernie.
.110 left in the first half of basketball. And we have an intentional foul there. say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Wright comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Doug McDermott in for C.J. Miles. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Brandon Wright. McDermott is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Jones and Carl.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's stolen by Anthony. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And Evans throws it down hard.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad... Wow. He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first. Get the ball inside.
There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Evans. He's got 17 points and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Evans in at point guard. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He had 20 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Evans. Evans has got his 7th assist here tonight.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. Second, Tyus Jones. Freak, third.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition.
Seen it with my own eyes, I would get it otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. Excited to have you in the house with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It is the NBA playoffs. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yes. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, the top seed in the East, they'd never admit to looking past their opponent, but their goal is to make short work of this series and keep fresh for a title run. Game 1 of this series coming up. A lot of playoff experience here at this table. Shaq, what do you think is the most important thing to establish in the first game of a series?
Well, not literally, because I don't want anybody to get suspended, but you got to come out swinging, Ernie. You got to capture the momentum right now, and you got to come out the gate strong, feisty as always. But again, you got to come out swinging.
Ernie, it is
That's the sound I want to hear.
Yeah, but if you, that means you're not holding back. Because this is not the time to hold back, Ernie. If you put a team on their heels early, you can really shape the series. I'm telling you, that is big. So you want to just impose your style and your will right away.
Nice sound effects.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty beckoning brightly, landmark feature here in New York City. Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, game 1.
Push the tempo.
With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. They're still compensating for the loss of Aaron Aflalo.
Kevin, my goodness, what a tough blow. His injury means he's going to miss the rest of the series.
And so off the tip, it's New York. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Bargnani is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And that's good from Bargnani on the assist by Jackson.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Anthony. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can't give him that shot. A few overlooks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter. Just over a minute played. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. So it's Detroit now. It's a 3-point game. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Wide open. And Bargnani again.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Freak. New York on D. Jackson drives in, takes it off the glass.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Here's Evans, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And Foley Stein throws it down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Drummond with a screen on Evans. The drive by Jackson. Shot's good from Bargnani. Bargnani's got 6.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Bargnani. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Anthony on the wing. New York moving the ball around.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Jackson misses.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Evans, good.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Jackson drives in. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thank you, Doris. New York leading by 10. But Trey, and good on the basket. Book it. Evans has got 20 points.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
That is good.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Jackson misses.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Evans passes to Cauley-Stein. This one for 3. It's in from long range. One more from Evans. 23 points in the game.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
To the paint. Stauskas kicks to Anthony. And the wide open shot from Evans. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 26 points for Freak.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there. I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
That's good. Stauskas has got his first bucket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Outside Jackson, inside Drummond.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The Knicks leading by 16 and taken away by Johnson. Evans dishes to Cauley-Stein and stolen by Drummond. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Johnson, the pass to Drummond. Back to Johnson from outside the arc, and that one's good. Johnson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pistons.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Henderson. Oubre, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got Henderson, Oubre out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Myers-Leonard. And it's Galloway in at the point guard position.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here's Evans.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Now here's Henderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Evans goes in, takes it up with both hands and trips it down.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And let's get this update now. Goes across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. The head coach for Detroit had some instruction for his guys during that last break. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, "Good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man." He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And the basket good. Morris has got his first basket.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Evans kicks to Cauley-Stein. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got assist number 5 here tonight. Pistons trail by 18. Drummond with a screen on Evans. It's Jackson with the drive. Pass to Leonard. Shoots from 12. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Stauskas is checked in for Mo Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Jackson kicks to Morris. The shot will not go. Excellent D there from Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that's good from Anthony. Zinkas checked in for New York. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Bargnani's checked in.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Jackson misses.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 6 assists now in the game. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Bargnani a screen on Evans. There's the dish to Henderson. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc. You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Now here's Drummond to end the run, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good. David Lee checked in. And we've reached halftime in this one.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Playoff game 1 now, history. Time for game 2 of this series here on 2K Sports. We're in the first round. Shaquille O'Neal is here, so is Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the New York Knicks in New York. Checking out New York, they were very effective in asserting their will in game 1, which turned into a blowout. And they seem to have a mental edge going into game 2. And after winning game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident?
Yeah.
Tonight? Overconfident about what?
Because
really?
Sold-out arena here in New York City. Round 1 of the East rolls on game 2. Just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at the Knicks. A successful outing in game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take game 2 on their home court.
And this is the game that gives them a chance to put the hammer down. I mean, if they can build on their game 1 win with another one tonight. They'll have a stranglehold on this series.
Well, if you flip the script, though, a loss tonight in their home court advantage evaporates. And that would put a ton of pressure on them going on the road.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Bargnani. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. The drive by Jackson. 3-pointer. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Jackson.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Here's Evans. The pass to Porzingis. Stauskas kicks to Cauley-Stein. Evans with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Back to Evans. The tray, and that one's good. Evans has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here is Bargnani. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From outside the arc, and again, the 3-point shot is good from Evans. Evans has got 6.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Jackson drives in to the inside. Bargnani, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Bargnani's got his first 2 points of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Evans against Jackson. Kicks to Evans. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. New York needs to get off a shot. Anthony's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. I asked him how his team's mindset was after that opening loss. He told me, we're not down. Our goal was to come in here and take one of the first 2 on the road. So we're still in a position to accomplish what we set out for. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. It's tipped. Here's Stauskas. Evans with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Evans attacking. Cauley-Stein dishes to Evans. Count that one. Evans has got 10.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Johnson. Drummond passes to Bargnani. That doesn't go either for Bargnani.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And it's Evans missing. Pistons trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Offensive rebound. Caldwell poke kicks to Drummond. Jackson. That one goes. Count it. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Evans attacking. Tries from 10. Jump shot is good that time.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Knocked loose. Evans with the steal. The finish. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
The lead pushed to double digits.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for.
Substitution on the had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. That may be a strategy that comes as a little bit of a surprise, but Coach is showing a lot of confidence in his ability to produce an outstanding effort today. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Evans. Following the basket by Gerald Henderson. And he gets it to go. 16 points for Freak.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Galloway, the pass to Oubre. The feed to Henderson. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Pass to Williams. Some nice passing by New York here. Evans outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Here's Galloway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oubre can't get it to go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
David Lee's checked in for New York. And the second free throw, good. Here's Galloway. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris outside. Here's Oubre. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Free throw, good. Oubre.
Shooting for New York. Oubre. 2 shots.
That one misses. The Knicks leading by 11. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Shots good by Williams.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's the teardrop. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks?
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson is out there with Henderson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the 4. Nice shot by Evans.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers.
And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
He had a nice open look right there.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Henderson, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And again, it's Reggie Jackson. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Cauley Stein. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Stauskas. And it's P in for Brooks. Taken away by Williams. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. And that one's good. Evans has got 25 points in the game.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
And then Henderson with the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Evans up top. 25 points in the game. He dishes it to Anthony. We've got a chance now to show you the hottest shooting teams over the course of the regular season. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know, this team had excellent numbers during the regular season, and I would not be surprised to see them heating up here in the postseason as well. They had a nice rhythm going as the regular season came to a close.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Swiped it away. Here's Galloway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Henderson dishes to Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
The Pistons have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. That free throw missing. The Knicks making a switch here. Lee's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Oubre kicks to Galloway, and the rejection by Evans. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. With 1 on the clock, the shot is off. A dominating.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And folks, you can feel the fierceness, the intensity of this series setting the tone prior to Game 3. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, they were unable to take Game 2 on the road, but the series continues. They look to get back in the win column again tonight. And though technically this is not an elimination game, it is clearly a borderline must-win game. Shaq, how do you see it?
Well, I feel like every game, unless you're up 3-0, is a must-win. You never know what will happen in the series to turn the tide.
I mean, Ernie, if you look at history, no one's come back from a 3-0 deficit. So this might not be a must-win, but it's a key win if you want to get back into the series. Take it one possession at a time.
Don't you know that some point, somebody has to do it?
You know what?
Somebody
Someone will
has
do
to
it.
come back.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Palace of Auburn Hills. Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Who's taking a look at Detroit. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into this series.
And an opportunity here to change the momentum of this series. The odds are stacked against them after losing those first two on the road. But now in their building, their fans, it's their chance to get back into it.
Simply do or die time. I mean, they can't be discouraged by the two losses. There's still plenty of time left in this series. The most important game is the current game. The crowd isn't discouraged, and we can feel that. Just listen to them. They're going at it in here.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Porzingis. Anthony on the wing. Pass to Evans. Shot clock at 5. Back to Anthony. New York needs to get off a shot. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. Evans has got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice make for him as they get the scoring started.
Yeah, he gets it going, and who knows now? You know, it might be a really big night in store for him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York looking at who they've got. Evans in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Cauley-Stein. Then it's Anthony. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Shots good from Bargnani.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And stolen by Drummond. Stolen by Evans. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Count the bucket.
That's excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Jackson, and here's Bargnani outside. It's rebounded by New York. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? That no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Evans can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He had the demeanor you might expect from a coach in his situation. After dropping the first 2 in hostile territory, he recognizes the task they have in front of them. He said, we didn't get it done on the road, and now we have to take care of business at home. Simple as that. Let's see how it plays, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now Evans. After the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson. A shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Here's Caldwell Pope. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Evans. The offensive rebound for 3. That doesn't go either for Evans. Pistons trail by 6. Drummond with a screen on Anthony. Drummond sets the screen for Johnson. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And it's Evans missing. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
I'll tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Jackson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Stolen by Evans. Now Evans running the floor.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor, and Coach is obviously hoping this is going to be one of those days. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks, Doris. And he gets it to go.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Galloway, covered by Evans. Galloway kicks to Morris. Here's Henderson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Evans attacking. Launches a 3. Shot is no good. And Detroit the other way now. Tries from 10. Henderson, no good. The Knicks leading by 6. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to Evans. A 3 ball. Henderson pulls it in. The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field since they opened tip. And the rejection by Evans. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Take a different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Myers-Leonard. Bargnani comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Oubre. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Langston Galloway. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Porzingis comes in for Anthony. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Aaron Brooks. And it's P in for Williams. And New York, looking at who they've got, Evans, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Derek Williams. Then there's Cauley Stein, and it's Stauskas in at the 2. Pistons trail by 7. Jackson drives in. Drummond the screen. Feeds to Henderson. Can they get it? Shot clock at 6. And that's good from Bargnani on the assist by Henderson. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. It's rebounded by Stauskas.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
The shot's good from Evans.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Now here's Jackson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Back to Bargnani. And stolen by Williams. Evans against Johnson. Evans dishes to Stauskas. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. 20 points for Freak. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Jackson against Evans. Johnson the screen. The 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Nice shot by Evans.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers to points. In 4th, the Pistons.
I think this is one of the reasons this team is where they are right now. They are very opportunistic and aggressive, not just in causing turnovers, but in converting them.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. Now here's Jackson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Evans. And again, New York with the triple.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Johnson.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Ball's knocked loose. Evans with the steal. The finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Caldwell Pope, no good from outside.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He finished with 25 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a matchup that he took over, and he seemed to be able to do whatever he wanted out there. We'll see if he can sustain it, Kevin.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Derek Williams. Picked by Bargnani. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Evans. And another fast break for New York. Knicks running. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to NBA playoff basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, got Shaquille O'Neal. Time to get ready for this crucial Game 4 of the opening round. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, a withering loss in Game 3. They'll have to play much better tonight. We'll see if they can steady themselves and get it done. And Kenny, a monster elimination game tonight. If you're the underdog and fighting for your playoff lives, what do you do to turn the tide in this series?
Oh, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, Ernie. Every 50-50 ball, those are those balls that are just rolling down the court. You got to get those. Every second chance opportunity will win. So, you know, those small battles win the big war.
You know, it takes only one big win to get that momentum back on your side. That happened for me and D-Wade back in 06 when we were down against Dirk. And the Mavericks 02 came back and won.
And that is it for us.
Can you dig it?
As we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Symmetrical skyline you have to love downtown Detroit. It's Game 4 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Down 3-zip. It's a survival contest, no doubt. Will the series end here tonight? Thanks for tuning in to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the New York Knicks facing Detroit. You take a look at the Pistons. They're facing elimination, and the fans in this building know that this could be their last game of the year without a tremendous effort.
And in a lot of ways, I feel like the pressure could be off. I mean, you're down 3-0. Nobody's expecting anything from you at this point. They can just go out and let it fly.
I agree with you. I mean, that's exactly right. You've got to win this game. You're down 3-0. Play freely, play confidently, and let it all hang out.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And New York looking at who they've got. Evans in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Stauskas in at the 2.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The wide open look here for Anthony. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Evans against Jackson. Bargnani from long range. Here's Drummond. Tries yet again, and he lays it up and in. Drummond's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Out to the wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson wide open. He fires. No good off the front iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Well, I think it takes a lot of guts to shoot the 3 on the fast break with a guy closing out on you.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. I asked him if this team still believed that they could come back in this series, and he told me absolutely. The guys know we're in a hole, but we've had our backs against the wall before. The pressure is on them now to close us out. We can just go, play our game, and try to get back in this series. We'll watch and see that happen, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Jackson, that's good.
Good open look. He splashes home the 3.
The Knicks leading by 4. Pass to Stauskas. Outside Anthony. And the wide open shot from Evans. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's 9 points for Freak.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Here's Bargnani. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
You can't give him that shot. A few overlooks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Here's Evans. And again, New York with the triple.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Jackson drives in. Here's Drummond. Here's Bargnani. Got a hand on it. Anthony against Johnson. Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Detroit, no good that time either. The Knicks leading by 10. To the paint, here's Anthony. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Oubre's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris with a screen on Evans. Over to the wing. Williams against Henderson. Cloak loose. 6 to shoot. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Lets the three fly. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Booker. And that's 15 points for Freak.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Here's Galloway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
With the break in the action, let's see who are the league's best shooting teams during the regular. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know, this team had excellent numbers during the regular season, and I would not be surprised to see them heating up here in the postseason as well. They had a nice rhythm going as the regular season came to a close.
Henderson against Williams. Out to the wing. Galloway. Detroit, no good that time either. New York leading by 16. 34 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Morris. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Evans goes in, and that one is hammered home.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Henderson kicks to Galloway. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the battles. Welcome back to Game 4. Bargnani is checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Gerald Henderson. On the court for the Knicks, Evans. He's in at point guard. Cauley-Stein is out there with David Lee. Then it's Brooks. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Evans kicks to Anthony. Hits it from three-point range. Anthony's got 9.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Pistons trail by 13. Now here's Jackson. 14 points for him. He kicks to Drummond. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
Evans, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Jackson kicks to Bargnani. Detroit, no good that time either. The Knicks leading by 15. Evans passes to Lee. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 5 assists tonight.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And again, New York with the triple.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Johnson the screen. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. And that time, also a missed shot.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons answers.
For the Pistons, Myers Leonard is checked in for Andre Drummond. Oubre comes in for Johnson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. Oubre kicks to Galloway. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
First trip to the line for him here. Galloway hits both of them.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settled.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons was just phenomenal. He ended with 41 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits 5, no doubt about it.
Good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And the shot is good. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
is.
Hey,
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finish.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And he's good on the second. Puts it up from 12, and again it's New York.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Henderson. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Round 2 action of the NBA playoffs about to get underway, and we're here to bring you all the action on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, all here for the ride. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, they enter the conference semifinals looking very tough. A clean sweep in round 1. They're hoping to carry that momentum into game 1 tonight. And the conference semis, Kenny, 8 teams looking to make that cut for the Final Four. What's the mental state of the underdogs in this round?
Oh, you just have to believe anything is possible, because it is. A big shot, a big injury, anything can change the trajectory of a series.
You know, to win.
The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the New York Knicks. Taking a look at New York, guys, win after win, they have been utterly dominant in the postseason. One sweep after another.
And they're ready to go. I mean, as we can hear, so are their fans. This can be an intimidating building to play in when the crowd is this charged up. That alone gives them a huge leg up.
That's why you grind so hard during the regular season, to get this payoff. Home court advantage. And that's exactly what they've worked for.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Then there's Warren. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Now here's Noah. And the 3 ball is good.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back. It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Butler kicks it to Noah. It's tipped. Now Evans running the floor all by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely. The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Bart?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's Norton. That one wide left. The Knicks leading by 8. And a fast break now for the Knicks. The shot's good from Evans.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Anthony. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The Knicks leading by 10. Inside, Paulie Stein. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Paulie Stein's got his second bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the wide-open shot from Evans. And again, New York with the triple.
And he's made all 8 of his field goals here to start the game.
He's really come out blazing, scoring with ease.
Offensive rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Anthony, and again, it's New York.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy. And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Evans on the double team. Right wing. Here's Norton. Drills the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Stolen by Noah. Norton covered by Anthony. Butler in the corner. The fadeaway. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Butler's got 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. For the Knicks, Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's a follow in for Stauskas. Evans passes to Carmelo, back to Evans. Rebound by the Bulls.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
59 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Evans. Evans has got his 7th assist in the game. Carter Williams kicks to Butler. Noah with a screen on Anthony. To the left side wing. Tries from 16. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Cauley Stein. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
Kicks it to Butler. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Carter Williams. Evans with some nice D. From the line, and again it's New York.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here.
38-22. Knicks fans, these are your
And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team. You know, I think Joakim can... For the Knicks, Porzingis, he's checked in for Williams. Stauskas comes in for Anthony. Brooks checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's P in for Williams. Evans, he's in at the point. Porzingis is out there with Trevor Booker. Then it's Brooks, and it's Stauskas in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And Gibson over to help. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got assist number 8 now on the night. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Down low, Gibson, and he jams it with authority.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He ended up with 38 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
To the right side. And again, New York with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Right side, Gasol. Here's Norton. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Evans. Good on the three-point shot. Evans has got 30 points.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Bulls shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Trevor Booker.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Evans dishes to Cauley Stein. Back to Evans. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Bulls have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. Here's Temple, covered by Evans. Right side Gasol. And through one half, it hasn't even been.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
It is round 2 of the NBA playoffs. The intensity just kicked up a notch for Game 2. Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the New York Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, they were very effective in asserting their will in Game 1, which turned into a blowout. And they seem to have a mental edge going into Game 2. And after winning Game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident?
Yeah.
Overconfident about what?
Because
Really?
they're higher speed. They've got to protect their home court advantage. So I kind of know what's going to happen in this game. I'm a little overconfident.
You know, they need to take the approach like they haven't done anything yet. You know, the series doesn't really start until a team wins on the road. So they'll be fine, but they have to have the right approach.
Are you feeling overconfident tonight as we sit here?
Always.
About what? Overconfident about what?
Oh, my gosh. Another song.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports. Game 2. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the New York Knicks. Taking a look at New York. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
And this is the game that gives them a chance to put the hammer down. I mean, if they can build on their Game 1 win with another one tonight. They'll have a stranglehold this series.
Well, if you flip the script, though, a loss tonight in their home court advantage evaporates. And that would put a ton of pressure on them going on the road.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Then there's Warren. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Knicks on defense. It's a 5-point game. The results in their game on Sunday left no doubt.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Porzingis. The basket did off the assist from Evans. Porzingis has got his first bucket in this one.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Gasol, a screen on Evans. Here's Norton. Evans with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Shoots the 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And so here is Chicago following the miss by Freak.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Got a piece of it. From past the arc, and he gets it to go. Evans has got 11.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's Gasol, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Shots good by Anthony.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Got that one up quick. 16 points for Freak.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And let's update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And then jammed down as he goes right over Pau Gasol.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
To halt the run, it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the Knicks making a change here. Booker's checked in. The Bulls making a switch here. Butler against the Flalo. 4 on the clock. A baseline J. No good.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Offensive rebound. Bulls trail by 18. Carter Williams kicks it to Noah. Here's Roten. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. New York's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Evans passes to Booker. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for New York?
I'll tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
The Knicks making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and it's Evans missing. Bulls trail by 17. Carter Williams dishes to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Scooped up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Evans can't get that one to fall. The Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Chicago shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw good from Butler. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. And so Butler nails both of them. The Knicks leading by 13. Here's Evans. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Freak number 1. Willie Cauley-Stein is second.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Butler uses the glass to finish the layup. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Butler's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And that's Evans.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Evans. After the made shot from Joakim Noah. Puts up the baby hook. A nice shot by Booker.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Bulls trail by 15. Shoots from the elbow. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Evans attacking. Banked in off the glass. Evans has got 24 points.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the... Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Warren.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He had 40 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it.
Here's Evans. He has 29. And he elevates with a slam. Taj Gibson did not like that. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he gets it to go. And so it's New York with it. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Evans from outside off the mark. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. To the middle. Here's Norton. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Gibson's got his first points of the game.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And he gets it to go.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Norton covered by Evans. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside. Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And Gibson kicks to Temple. Here's the screen. Stolen by Evans. Here's Anthony. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got his second basket.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basket.
So as we